Hi everyone, my name is Carolina. I'm a student here at Humber College, and today I will present to you guys how to create a more inclusive Humber College. So, I wanted to talk about something that really matters, but not just for me, but to you all of the people here at Humber. Have you ever felt like you didn't fully belong in a space, or like your voice was not heard? So consider my social location as a biracial woman who is also like an immigrant. I'm Latina and also part of the LGBTQ plus community, and of course a woman. I did feel that way, and I bet grand part of you guys do too. And that's exactly why I choose this topic. So, for starting, this is my research questions. How can Humber College create a more inclusive and supportive environment for students of diverse backgrounds, identities, and abilities? So here, I wanted to focus not only on different backgrounds or races. I would like to consider like the identities, so your gender, your sexual orientation, your religions, your race, your abilities. I want to do that in a general way because we are different in various sectors, not in only one thing, especially because we also have to consider the intersectionality. As I said, I have different social equations. So for example, about the race, I'm biracial. About the religion, I would say I'm Christian. About my identity, I am a cisgender woman, but I'm also bisexual, for example. So here, I would like to tell that this research it's considered everyone and also our differences. But why this topic matters? So, walking through Humber campus, we see various students with different identities, abilities, stories, and cultural backgrounds. But sometimes that diversity doesn't translate into real inclusion. Inclusion goes beyond diversity. It's about truly making everyone feel welcome and supported. That is what inspired this research. When I was searching about that, I noticed that research indicated that inclusive practice directly contributes to improve student success, engagement, and overall well-being, allowing individuals to thrive their education journey. As the student body demographics evolve, it's essential for institutions like Humber to proactively adapt their programs and services to meet the unique needs of the diverse population. By prioritizing these needs, institutions can ensure that every student has the opportunity to succeed academically and personally. So, the key takeaways of this presentation include the curriculum that should be reflect diversity identities, safe and brave spaces, foster respectful dialogue, and also inclusion must be embedded in leadership and policy. So, leadership and institutional policy shapes the culture of inclusion on campus. Leadership is not just about what is on paper. It's about setting the tone for the entire institution. So Jackson talked about how strategic plans must to embed diversity, equity, and inclusion goals directly into the college mission. In other perspective, Temtic and Gertner highlight that many of the schools write the right things, the right politics. They create these policies, but there's a lack of concrete implementation and accountability. So they write that, but they don't follow through. And that is exactly what we don't want for us, right? Humber can improve, including student voices in decision making, hiring more staff from diverse backgrounds, and creating transparency tracking for diversity, equity, and inclusion goals. So diversity, equity, and inclusion need a structure, not just the intention, So we have to make that happen. Now let's talk about the classroom. Have you ever taken a class where none of the readings, examples, or discussions reflect your background? I have, and it feels isolating. So, Rolliser and colleagues emphasize that inclusive curriculum does not just help students feel good, it helps them to succeed. And here, Palm and Second explain how culturally responsive teachings lets students connect their lived experiences to academic content. If Humber commit to this, every class becomes a space where students feel like they belong and where they want to participate. And if you feel that way, more you participate, more you learn because you're gonna share about your own life experiences and you're probably gonna want to talk about that, right? That's why inclusive curriculum is important. Okay, so talking about safe and brave spaces. Palfrey and Ibergren make a great point. Both safe and brave space are necessary. And Sarchner reminds us that understanding across cultures does not just happen. We have to create those opportunities. So Humber could do this by supporting identity-based spaces or by encouraging peer-led discussion circles where people can share experiences and perspectives. That is where real empathy happens. So, what are the strategies that can help Humber to create an inclusive space? So, I brought here 4 recommendations. The first one is a mandatory diversity, equity, and inclusion training for all the staff. In that way, they can help the students more. I also think it's very important create a diversity and inclusive course content. And that way, we can respect all the differences. The third recommendation is create a safe and brave space on campus. And that can help us to make a college more inclusive and make people, the students, not only the students, but also the staff, to feel more comfortable. And last but not least, create visible support service. It's not just something that you can just like call or just, we have to share that. We have to make everyone in the campus, every student, every staff, to know that we have support service for them. And of course, stronger policies follow up. We also have to make surveys and trying to understand if the policies are being effective or not, what we can change, what is working. We have to listen to the students, what their thoughts, what's happening, what we can do to improve, what we can keep, With the right strategies, we can create a safe space where all the students feel validated. So, concluding our presentation today, inclusion must be felt, not just written in policy. I wrote this phrase especially because sometimes inclusion, it is just on the paper, but it's not happening in real life. And to be effective, it needs to happen in real life, right? And yeah, this is more than a school project. It's a vision, a Humber where no one feels invisible, a place where inclusion is not just like a slogan, but something we live every day, and we can build that together. So yeah, inclusion, it's everyone's responsibility, and long-term changes requires actions. So I hope you're here with me. Let's make Humber a model of equity and respect. Let's practice diversity, equity, and inclusion for all of us. So this is my references. All of these articles are used to help through my research, and they are very interesting. So if you guys want to take a look at one of those or even talk with me about this thing, you're more than welcome. So you can write on a shot or email me. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I'm here if you want to talk or if you have like any ideas or insights. Thank you. I hope you have a nice day.